Hi, my name is Mike Goldman, and welcome to another episode of The Meeting Doctor. Today, what I'd like to focus on is how to deal with off-topic remarks. You know, many of you as facilitators will have great conversations, and at times you're going to have people who are going to throw out a remark that is off-topic, that really has nothing to do with the current agenda item. That being said, typically off-topic remarks occur because people believe that what they're saying is very important. So when we deal with off-topic remarks, the most important thing that we're doing is validating that importance and making people understand that we want to deal with them, but this is not the place and time for doing it. So when an off-topic remark occurs, probably the most fundamental thing you can do is use a parking lot. A parking lot is a place that you place off-topic remarks, but return to them at the end of the meeting to figure out what to do with them. If you notice, it's just a plain piece of flip chart paper that's hung on the wall. And when I'm setting the context or introducing why people are at the meeting, I'm also letting them know that I have a parking lot up here to place off-topic remarks. When an off-topic remark does happen during the meeting, the first thing you're going to do is just call a timeout. After you've called the timeout, you're going to ask folks, is it okay that I place this on the parking lot because I'm sensing this is taking us off topic? After you've written the off-topic remark up on the flip chart, make sure you turn back to the person and validate that you've captured his or her words correctly. Now, if the group doesn't agree that it's an off-topic remark, what they're really insinuating is that this is an important agenda item. If that's the case, you're going to need to turn to the group and negotiate what on the agenda then can be deferred to the next meeting so we stay on time. If the group finally agrees to defer one of the topics, you're then going to have to say and make clear, so what's the outcome? Why are we talking about this? And then how do you want to structure the discussion? Are we brainstorming? Are we strategizing? Is there a decision involved? And in that way, that will give you some time to think about how you're going to lead the group through that process. If in fact the group has parked the item, at the end of the meeting, you need to return to those parked items and with the group define what are we going to do with these? How are we going to follow up on these? So that no parked item is left uncalled for. What you're really suggesting to the group is that this tool is important and that we will validate and make sure that there are always actions to any off-topic remarks and they don't get lost in the ether of our meeting and therefore invalidate these remarks that people say. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Meeting Doctor. Stay tuned for more.